The Germans bombed Bastogne at night and stretched occasionally during the day. On the 22nd, the German commander, ridiculously enough, demanded surrender of the surrounded town. I just replied, nuts, for I knew that one word best expressed the feelings of the division.
On May 10, 1940, German forces launched a surprise attack on Belgium as part of Operation Fall Gelb. Commanded by General Fedor von Bock, the German Army Group B quickly advanced using blitzkrieg tactics, a swift, coordinated assault combining armored units and air support to overwhelm the defenders. The attack began with paratroopers capturing key positions like Fort Eben Emael and securing the Albert Canal, allowing the main forces to break through Belgian defenses with speed and precision. After 18 days of fierce combat, the Belgian army surrendered on May 28, 1940. Belgium then fell under German military occupation until the Western Allies liberated the country in September 1944. During this period, the Belgian population faced forced labor, persecution, and harsh living conditions, while resistance movements continuously worked to disrupt German control. The Allied forces, including the U.S., began liberating Belgium on September 2, 1944, crossing the border at multiple locations. Within 10 days, they had liberated much of the country, including the provinces of Hainaut and Luxembourg. In anticipation of potential German counterattacks, the Allies focused on securing and fortifying Belgium. They established defensive positions and bunkers, particularly along the German border, reinforced with sandbags, barbed wire, and anti-tank obstacles. Clearing and repairing roads, bridges, and railways were vital to maintaining supply lines and troop movements. Supply depots and logistical hubs were set up to ensure troops had access to necessary supplies, ammunition, and medical care. Anti-aircraft defenses were deployed around key locations to guard against air attacks, and regular patrols and intelligence operations helped monitor any threats. All these preparations would soon be tested by a sudden German offensive, marking the beginning of the Battle of the Bulge. The Germans initiated Operation Watch on the Rhine, launching a surprise attack through the densely wooded Ardennes forest. Expecting no major offensives in this difficult terrain during winter, the Allies had lightly defended the area. The U.S. defense included roughly 80,000 troops spread across key locations like Bastogne and the Ardennes forest. Commanders employed various defensive strategies, such as setting up strongpoints, using natural terrain, and coordinating artillery support. U.S. soldiers had dug foxholes and slit trenches for cover from enemy fire. Despite these measures, the overwhelming German force of over 250,000 troops and nearly 1,000 tanks caught the Allies by surprise. Bastogne, with its strategic road network, became a focal point. The 101st Airborne Division, along with elements of the 10th Armored Division, was surrounded by German forces. Despite severe weather and critical shortages of ammunition, food, and medical supplies, U.S. troops, led by General Anthony McAuliffe, famously rejected a German surrender demand with the response, "Nuts!" German forces advanced, creating a noticeable bulge in the Allied front lines, pushing up to 60 miles into Belgium and Luxembourg. This development disrupted Allied supply lines and communications, posing significant tactical challenges. The U.S. military quickly mobilized reinforcements, including the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions. Generals like Dwight D. Eisenhower and Omar Bradley worked to stabilize the front, coordinating defensive actions and counterattacks. Logistical efforts were intensified to supply troops, while artillery and air support helped slow the German advance. Clear weather allowed Allied aircraft to target German supply lines and positions, significantly hindering their progress. General George S. Patton's U.S. Third Army executed an impressive northward pivot to relieve Bastogne. This rapid response highlighted Patton's logistical prowess and the resilience of U.S. forces. Patton's Third Army broke the German encirclement, reaching the defenders in Bastogne. Conditions before relief were dire, with the 101st Airborne Division enduring severe weather, freezing temperatures, and snowstorms. Supplies of ammunition, food, and medical resources were critically low. The soldiers faced constant artillery and mortar bombardments, making rest and regrouping challenging. Despite these hardships, they held their ground, even repurposing captured German equipment and supplies. The arrival of Patton's forces marked a pivotal shift in the battle, bolstering Allied morale and signaling a change in momentum. With reinforcements and better weather, the Allies launched a coordinated counteroffensive. The carefully planned attack involved multiple divisions, including the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Armored Divisions, supported by infantry units. Intense artillery bombardments weakened German defenses, followed by combined arms assaults integrating infantry, armor, and air support. U.S. forces pushed back the Germans, reclaiming vital territory and disrupting their supply lines. Engineers played a crucial role in repairing roads and bridges, maintaining the advance's momentum. The relentless counterattack showed U.S. troops' resilience and adaptability, decisively shifting the battle as Allies regained control and pressed the German lines. The German offensive was halted as the Allies regained control of the Ardennes region. The Battle of the Bulge resulted in heavy casualties on both sides, marking the last major Nazi Germany offensive in World War II. The defeat weakened the German army, paving the way for the Allies' advance into Germany. After the Battle of the Bulge, the Allies continued their push into Germany, achieving rapid advances. In April 1945, Allied forces liberated concentration camps and captured key German cities. Hitler committed suicide on April 30, 1945. With Berlin surrounded and the German military in disarray, Germany formally surrendered to the Allies on May 8, 1945, marking victory in Europe, VE Day, and ending World War II in Europe.